was at Lone Star Restaurant probably about 15 years ago. I asked a couple of my buddies that worked there if she was single, and a month or so later, I guess we went on our first date.
Why don't you tell them that you're on a date?
Oh, actually, yes, I was on a date with another girl at the time when when I met Kerri. But I looked at her and I knew that's the girl that I wanted to take out.
I had no idea that he liked me. I just thought he wanted to be friends, so I agreed to go out and hang out with him and a couple of his friends, and then finally his cousin pulled me aside and was like, "What do you think about Frank?" Like, he likes me? What? I was so confused, so.
I was shy back then.
Yeah, he wasn't very assertive.
Well, I guess part of the reason was I'm a little bit younger, so I was still in college, immature, wasn't ready to settle down yet. So obviously it took about another 10 years for me to figure out that I wanted to be with her, but I think we both needed to do our own thing for a while. Otherwise, I don't think it would have worked out back then. So I'm glad we took the time we needed to get to this point.
I think our first real date when we got back together was a Chop House. And he got dressed up, which was nice because that doesn't happen that often.
I remember the food was very good. We had very good conversation, and I think we both thought at that point that we knew where it was going, and we both were serious at that point. And I think if we weren't, then obviously we wouldn't be here right now. I think we both were on the same page finally at that point in time.
Yeah. I feel like I knew he was the one 15 years ago. I just knew he was immature, and I knew he was right for me, but I think he had to grow up and sort all that stuff out. So when we got back together, I had told him that I would never get back together with him, and I don't know what happened, but something changed, and I allowed it again, and then I don't know. We were helping one of our friends move, and he said, "I'll pick you up and we'll go help her move." And he wanted to come in and say hi to my parents because my parents were at my house, and I don't know, something about that just kind of got me, and I was kind of looking at him a little differently, and from that point on I was like, uh-oh, I think this is it. So
I think I knew back then too, but I just obviously needed to grow and get my thoughts and my life together, and I needed to do some things and be serious about the whole situation, and so that's why it took this long. But I knew a long time ago.
none of his other girlfriends worked out because he kept comparing them to me.
It's true. Very true. Well, I had a plan in mind, but it didn't go as planned. Not in a bad way, but it was actually, what was it, our 2-year anniversary? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to take her out to dinner and do it at dinner. However, my sisters and my family persuaded me to do something different. To watch their 4 weddings. They were on that show, 4 Weddings. And we were all going over there to watch the show. Like, my whole family was there. And they wanted me to do it then, so the whole family was there. And I was really nervous because I'm very shy and I don't like doing the whole public speaking thing. But I got up enough courage and I decided to do it in front of everybody. And I think it worked out great because obviously, not just because my family was there, but she was super, super surprised. And she told me she would never be surprised about if and when I proposed. So
I didn't think you could pull it off.
Yeah, so I think it worked out for the best. But I did have the plan in place, but it actually worked out. The plan worked out better the way it went.
So I was really stressed out that day, and we were driving to his mom's house, and I was like, I think I'm gonna get drunk tonight. And he probably should have said, no, don't, or stop a little, because I was a little tipsy when this whole thing went down. And I had no idea. He wasn't nervous at all. He wasn't acting funny. I honestly don't know how he pulled it off the way that he did. But and I even made smart comments too about how I wanted to write on Facebook, everybody should watch Renee's 4 Weddings episode, my future sister-in-law, and I'm like, but I couldn't write that because we weren't engaged. Like, I was, busting his chops a little bit. And then next thing you know, the show's over, and he says, so who's ready for another wedding? And then in my head, I thought, well, I know he's not talking about us. And the next thing you know, I turned around and he's on his knee, and I was completely shocked.
And then you dropped the expletive.
Yeah, and then I cursed by accident in front of both of his grandmothers.
What was the word you said?
The really bad one.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, and then some. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and I couldn't imagine being without her.
What about you, Kerri? Is he the man of your dreams?
Sometimes.
He's like my best friend, He's been through a lot of stuff with me, and I feel like I can't even imagine what it would be like if he wasn't in my life now. He's always been in my life. Even when we weren't together, we were always friends, and I knew he was always there, but now it's like he's a part of me, and I would be lost without him.
Well, her looks obviously speaks for itself, but her personality, she's just such a genuine person, honesty, very caring. She puts up with me. She's just a great all-around individual, and I'm happy to be married to her. And she's an awesome cook, yes. And I love to eat. It doesn't show, but I love to eat. So I can't argue with that. She cleans, she does everything. She's the best.
I have lots of fun with him. I think he makes me laugh a lot. I feel like we're constantly laughing, we're constantly making fun of each other. I think if anybody was a fly on the wall, they would think that we were insane, because all we do is make fun of each other all day. In a good way, because we're always laughing, but I think that because I'm so straight-laced and he likes to have fun, that he compliments me because he brings out the more fun side of me and the more adventurous side of me. And I think I compliment him because I ground him a little bit.
Very true. For me, I guess I'm just super excited, and I can't wait to make it official that Kerri's my wife. And she's always been in the family. My whole family loved her back then, and they thought I was crazy back then for not staying with her. So they're super excited also, and I think they're just going to be very happy once we're officially married, I think.
I don't know, I feel like it has been like such a long process. I just can't wait for it to actually get here, It's like a really long, in the making kind of story, I feel like. So I just want to get to that day and, like he says, make it official.
Yep, enjoy it with the whole family.
Yeah. Did you keep your eyes open?
No, I kept them
You
closed.
better. No.